Hey guys, before we get into today's video, I'd just like to make a quick announcement. I am starting a new YouTube series called This Month in Spyro. If you are a Spyro speedrunner or streamer and you would like one of your clips to be featured in a monthly highlight compilation featuring funny moments, highlights, and PBs, feel free to click the link in the description and you'll be able to submit them and have a chance of being in this month's video. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Jimmy Neutron. Get it, get them. Take the chroma key off though, otherwise it's gonna look like shit. His eyes. His fucked up eyes. Alright, now let's have a look at this. Yeah, this was better. I remember this now. I like fucked up the gems going into Stonehill in my first run and I was like, nah, fuck that. Oh my god, stop beating the shit out of the microphone, Laura. Decent recovery on those gems there. I struggled with those boxes like all day yesterday. I'm not really sure why. But I was happy to just accept that and keep my gem count going. Dragon Flash at 10:10. Could have been a second faster on this, but Stonehill, who gives a fuck? Raise your hand if you give a fuck about Stonehill. If you just raised your hand, I don't believe you. I think I get like a really off angle on this charge as well. Yeah, I have to like recharge that. That's no big deal. Honestly, I don't mind it when I have to like, when I charge it initially at the wrong angle and then have to recharge it in because it delays the cycle just enough to make that extra flame really easy. Other than that, this is absolutely standard. I think I do, yeah, I do miss this green, this upcoming, like, the two fucking ring around the rosy motherfuckers. Yeah, I go for this and I just miss it. Oh my god! Hip, no shark. Look, no hands. Ooh, I'm playing with my mind. I'm Jimmy Neutron. No. Oh, let's go back. Let's go back and pause on that because I want to talk about that. So what happened here? I don't know why that flopped. That really seemed like a good hook. But let's go back on this. Even if you do flop on the Artisan's Wall Glides, this polygon right here, right between Spyro's legs, you can just barely land on this. And if you time it properly, you can recover any Artisan's Wall Glide. Any single one of them, you can recover them. As long as you land on that one safe polygon. It's very important. You gotta know your backups in this. Oh yeah, these... Okay, this is why I lost so much time. Bonk. Miss a gem. Bonk. Bonk. Fucking classic. Artisans Gaming. So at this point, I'm like, fuck it. Whatever happens, happens. I don't know if... My nerves weren't really off me at this point. Because I'm never nervous coming out of Artisans anyway. Like, I don't get nervous till, like, mid-Magic Crafters now if I'm on a good pace. But I remember sitting here and being like, fine. I was just kind of frustrated. That's fucking standard. Oh, I didn't get the bird! Right, okay, yeah, this was sloppy as hell. I don't know why Sparks didn't grab that green. I remember being, like, really frustrated at this point. I was like, I'm seriously about to reset. But I figured I would take it till the end of the split and see if I got Dry Canyon Jump anyway. So that was like a perfect Dry Canyon Jump right there. That was a really, really, really good Dry Canyon Jump. So now at this point, I'm like, okay, if I get Mama, I wouldn't know how to feel. If you are executing your gameplay poorly, but you get the tricks, it's still going to be infinitely better of a run than if you are playing insanely well, but can't land the tricks. That's how brutal Peacekeepers is. And so at this point, I'm like, fuck's sake, I got the tricks. Yeah, I remember this being kind of sloppy near the end. Yeah, I approached that jump from way too far back, so I had to glide it, and then I bonked at the end, but that's no big deal. Do I get the pre-flame on this? Yeah, I do. Walk it around. Missed the flame charge, pretty good recovery, but just really had to take it slow there, because I knew I was going to fall off if I didn't. At this point, I am 7 seconds behind my best ever pace, which... honestly, considering the mistakes is not bad at all. I was just happy to have, like, a run that was alive. It was kind of funny at the time. Oh, I got all of the gems I didn't want. So I missed the 2 gems I needed, and I got the 1 gem that I didn't need. And you need to recognize which enemy has which gems, which is pretty fucking hard, by the way, because 2 of them are identical. You can only tell by their positions. Like, the enemy with the blue hat always has a blue, but the 2 enemies with the red hats, 1 has a green and 1 has a blue. You want the red hat enemy with the green and the blue hat enemy with the blue, because the red hat enemy with the blue is always available for you to get leaving Night Flight. So ideally you want to leave that. Cliff jump, standard, yeah, no big deal there. Night Flight was, yeah, perfectly normal. I'm really enjoying taking the slightly safer line around the spike at the end of this to give me the better turn on that second to last arch. It's really helping me get the, do you understand? It's really helping me get the better turn on that arch, which is A, making Night Flight safer for me and making it faster. I think anyone, if you're struggling with the turn in Night Flight, always do this. You see this spike right here? Instead of going to the left of it, go around it to the right of it like this. And then this puts you at like the perfect fucking angle to just slightly sweep through this. And then you get the like a really great turn there. Hi, Lim. Twitch mobile sucks. The quality keeps jumping from 180 to 1080. Oh, yes. This is what I did as a backup. So I knew that I missed. So here's the situation. Whoops. Here's the situation, right? These two enemies here, this one and this one, these are the ones I'm supposed to get first going into Dr. Shemp. I ended up getting this one by mistake. And because this one is always closer, you're supposed to get this one on the way to Ice Cavern, but I didn't. But I said, fuck it, I'm not missing out on those 7 gems. I was under-gemmed at this point, so I was like, fuck it, gimme. I took the extra line for that shit. That was worth it. I won't let anyone tell me that wasn't worth it. Yeah, I think I saved some time here. I think this is a 2:15 Ice Cavern. We'll have to see. Have I seen what Katie does at that gold gem window? Does she, like, go around the outside of it? It loses gems if you do that, but it looks cool to do that. I do that if I'm blue sparks going in, and I like automatically run into one of the bats after the first dragon. If you hold right and charge jump, 90% of the time a bat is going to fly into you. And if you're blue sparks, well, that happens, obviously it makes grabbing all those loose gems really difficult. So in that scenario, I just go around the right. Made the magic stairs, no problem. This jump was fucking scary, by the way. I genuinely thought this was not going to make it. Oh, tight. Regardless, I saved time, and I'm still coming out on a good gem count. Yeah, 1479, so at this point, I'm like, okay, it's a run now. Weak start, good finish. This isn't my best pace ever. Not yet. So at this point, my gems are like perfectly average. This feels like a really average run to me, even though it really wasn't. Now, did I get screwed? Yeah, I got screwed here. That fucking pillar in the way. That is the worst case of like RNG you could get. I still made the cycle because I'm a god, but when that pillar slides in the way when you're trying to get over that beast, it is the worst because it can very easily kill a run. Because that happened and I knew I was behind cycle, I was like, okay, I need to have perfect movement here. And even then I might not make the cycle that I want. So I do have perfect movement here. This was very, very good. But considering his platform just dropped, I did not want to risk it. Turns out I could have. I absolutely could have risked jumping over to the platform on that cycle, but why would I? And besides, by taking that slightly wider line, I got that gem for free, which is always welcome. Free gems are always welcome in this game. I think I fuck up the angle on this. Yeah, I ended up sideswiping it, but I backed it up really well. Grabbed a couple gems out the air, still made the lines as good as they needed to be. Triple boxes, that's fucking great. 15-minute flat Xander touch. If I had not fucked up, well, if that pillar had not been in the way, this would have been a sub 15 Xander touch, which is absolutely incredible pace. Yeah, I decided to take it pretty safe on that thief. I wanted to go for the animation skip, but I also really didn't want to miss it, so it's fine to bonk. 2:32 is what an average good Alpine is. I lost 2.5 seconds. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. It's like tolerable time loss. Good. Good. Very good. Uh-huh. Good. Yeah. Alright, so the mountain ascent was absolutely fine. These boxes that usually push me back, not today. Really good. I didn't get the other reds, but it's no big deal. It's a red. Alright, I full hopped this because I was fucking scared. At this point, I was like, okay, I know this high caves is really great, so I'm just gonna full hop this. There's no shame in full hopping that section if you are afraid of bonking it. Like, if you're on a really good pace and you want to... Oh, I remember. Right. Yeah. Okay. This is something I want to talk about. So, the strategy here these days, if you're trying to get over this bridge, is that you need to get a power jump off this spot. You need to get to the very tip top of this ramp, get a full hop, and then charge at the apex of that full hop. I did not get the full hop that I needed. I realized that my supercharge was going to be too slow, especially when I started moving here. If I was going to go over this bridge and not jump over it, it would have been level over. That would have cost me a lot of time because the supercharge would have been eaten right here. So instead, I jumped over it to make sure that Spyro is not on the ground at a high enough point that it's going to cut his supercharge off. That's why we jump over that bridge, because supercharge is dictated by the height you started the charge at. So if you start the charge very low in the air, the high enough point of the bridge is going to cut your supercharge off. But if you jump over it, Spyro can't lose supercharge in the air. That's something that's very important to know. You cannot lose supercharge if you are in the jumping state. So if you jump over this spot that would kill your supercharge, you'll keep it because the bridge is a little bit lower at this point. And as a result, I kept it. There's so much fucking nuance to this game that I just can't vocalize whilst I'm playing it. Yeah, that was a really good high caves. I don't think I missed any gems either. Yeah, that was fucking stellar. That was really good. I missed a single red. That's it. And there was a 137 high cave. So at this point, I'm like, okay, 1701 high cave split time with decent gems. Let's not fuck anything else up. Now I'm nervous. At this point, now I'm nervous because now I'm going into splits that I know I have time save on. And because I'm already ahead, it's like time save on time save. Now you're nervous. Because not only am I already ahead of world record, I'm very much ahead of my own expectations for how weak this run started. So, let's see how this Wizard Peak goes. Fucking perfect flame charges, mind you. This initial start to Wizard Peak was absolutely gorgeous. Could not be happier with that. I think this Wizard Peak went a little bit better. I do end up missing some gems here. I think, yeah, I missed that box on the way in. And as a result, this supercharge was way too low, so I couldn't get that third box. So I'm only down 2 gems right now. 1, 2, 3. Get all the gems through the bag. Oh no, I didn't get all of them. My movement here was good, but that gem, I forgot to, yeah. I let go of the supercharge a little bit too early, so I was never in range to grab that blue. So at this point, I'm down to 7 gems. But I managed to get all of the blues and yellows from those guys. The start of Wizard Peak in 90% is, it's so good. And this section here too, I love this. Especially when these spring chests go right. Which they did. Good stuff. I think the only thing that didn't go right was this dragon angle. Yeah, I should have left it like a couple of frames more, but it doesn't matter. Very, very, very good Wizard Peak. 372 with a 205 Wizard Peak. That's really good. So at this point, I'm only -2 from a gem count I would consider optimal, but now I'm fucking bricking it. Now I'm like dissociating in my head like, oh fuck. Oh fuck. This run is good. Oh fuck. Crystal Flight. You can see evidence of me starting to like falter mentally. Like my focus is starting to phase out a little bit. It's very difficult for me to get in a flow state when I'm also combating nerves. I miss this plane. Even though it really looks like these flames should have hit. Which one was it? This one. Really looks like this should have connected. It just did not. Missing that one plane and the plane at the very far back, that's not a big deal because those are the 2 planes that come back around very conveniently if you miss them. You just need to make sure that you don't fuck up everything else here. So for those of you that aren't Spyro experts, I'm about to blow your mind. Crystal Flight's music is just a sped up Stone Hill. Crystal Flight is a sped up Stone Hill. Alright, so now at this point I am especially shitting myself. I lost 1.5, I want to say I lost about 1.5 seconds on that Crystal Flight. Because I did have a little bit of time save on that segment. But no big deal. Blowhard. Oh, fuck. I can't remember what happened. I remember... Actually, no. This went pretty well. I got all those. Yeah, the charge, jump, charge. Yeah, flame charge. Turn it around. Catch the gem out the air. Sweep it around. Jump charge. 1, 2, 3. Go to the right. Get you. Get you. Yep, so perfect start to Blowhard. Really good turn there. Good grab of the gems. I went for that red, but I also didn't want to risk it, so like, fuck it. My charge never came out there. I did attempt to jump and then charge off of that platform, but I guess I was just too nervous and pressed the button too weakly or something. This platforming here is fucking scary when you're on pace, by the way. Like, the inputs are easy and consistent. Oh, yeah. That fucking gem. I let go of square too early. That's a little bit of time loss, but I think everything else went fine. I can't remember if I got the gem sweep here. I don't think I did. No, yeah, that's fine. No big deal. So all in all, I think I lost about 2 seconds in this level from something that I would consider optimal. No, I lost 3 seconds. Okay. That's 3 seconds of time lost in Blowhard, but that's no big deal. So at this point, we're looking at a really, really good, just barely 22-23 Magic Crafters. And now we're getting into the fucking thick of it. Beastmakers. Holy shit. At this point, I'm like, okay, I've been on this pace before, I've been on this gem count before, let's just control my fucking nerves and just play the game. Just play the game how I know to play the game. I want to call this like the culmination of many, many, many failed runs before it. This is me being fucking sick of the game's shit and being like, okay, no more. I'm actually gonna get a run now. Pre-flame this, catch it out the air, standard. I think I missed a couple gems in this room. It's very easy to, yeah. I accidentally jumped a little bit too high over the first chest, but that's no big deal. Good pace entering Wild Flight. 95 gems, not too bad. Yeah, 3, 4, 8, 9 is a good gem count to be on because it means you don't need to, like, grab many extras in Bog. How did I take this turn? Yeah, that turn was pretty risky, but I got it, yeah. That was, kind of scary in the moment. This flight level in general is so scary in the moment when you're on pace because there are so many ways to fuck this one up. There are so many ways to fuck up Wild Flight. If you miss anything, it's game over. It's not like Night Flight where you can maybe like turn it around and maybe only get like 5 seconds of time loss, or Crystal Flight where if you miss a plane, it comes back around for you later. That instance right there is the only instance where if you miss a plane, it comes back around for you later. But if you miss anything else in Wild Flight, you're fucked. You are losing at least 10 seconds. Right, here we're getting into the fucking... This is the meat of it, okay? We've gone through the fat. We've gone through the crust of the steak. Now we have reached the fucking decadent, tender, like, meat of the steak. We're in the meat right now. This is the meat. 3824 means that in this level, I need, at the minimum, 426. Let's see how this went. Very good jumps and oh, I forgot that happened. So, in this instance, what you're supposed to do here, for those that you don't know, when you're approaching these guys, the order of operations is flame charge, jump, flame, and then charge. Jump, flame, charge. X, circle, square. For all of them. Huh? Go. Huh? Go. I missed my fucking circle input. Look how close I came to just eating shit right here. If I wasn't so cracked, and if I did not have the reaction time of a fucking panther, I would not have killed that thing right there. Oh, this section went a bit dodgy. Yeah, that first gem did not collect. I missed the flame charge, and I was like, fuck it, I'm not going to go back for that. I want to keep the pace up. I knew that I was on such a gem count that I could afford to sacrifice that if I didn't miss many more. Tragedy strikes again, though. I missed another fucking blue there. I completely charged past it. I charged all the way past that loose blue on the ground that you're never supposed to miss. So at this point, I'm like, okay, fine. We step it up now. Got all of those in that room. Still not my best pace ever, by the way. Still, somehow it is still not my best pace ever at this point. Very good collecting those gems out the air. Very lucky for that boar to kill that one. Very good flame charge there. Very good flame charge there. This is a really good section. Just grabbing all those reds to make up for those blues that I missed. I think I missed this one as well. Yeah, I totally fucking did. At this point, I'm like really nervous. Normal movement is starting to become a problem. This is the worst part of any percent for me. When you're so nervous that normal movement starts to become an issue. Somehow I missed that flame on that last fan chest, so I had to take this really slowly as well. That's time loss also. And then for some reason I thought it would be appropriate for me to go all the way out and grab this blue. I shouldn't have done that. In hindsight, I should not have done that. But you know what? It's fine. We're still freeing Roscoe on a good pace. It's still all good at this point. Who wants to see how Guantan went? Oh my god! Oh! 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 On this pace, dude! Look at that, dude! On that pace! Ah! My god, I'm so fucking good! I wish I could do these streams. I wish I could play like this live, dude. I wish I could play like this live. I mean, I can, but I'm more likely to do it if I'm offline. So 5-2, 5-4, we are now +4 on gems, which is pretty good. Very good flame charge there. Oh, this charge jump that Deo taught me. Perfect execution of that. That little fucking, that charge jump over the log. Perfect execution of that. Saves a second. Right. 4-2, 7-5. We're on a very good gem count going into this now. I do remember, I fucked up the thief race a little bit. I still beat the thief, but that bonk right there, it's fucking game over if you want the extras. If you bonk there, you need to skip gems. Because you need to stay right behind the thief up until this point. And then you overtake him. Because he's busy, like... At that point, he's busy jumping and waking up an enemy. That's your cue to overtake him and beat him in the race. Which, of course, makes him teleport. Kids at 3 AM when it's fucking Christmas. Like the green thief, they just go... Oh, these fucking chests right here. These chests irritate me. It's so difficult to get all of these in like a clean sweep. I only missed a green there, but at this point now I'm like, fuck, I'm losing my gem count. No big deal. Fucked up my usual movement there. Recovered it pretty gracefully, all things considered. Jump, jump, jump. Yep. 29:03 to 04 Isaac touch is absolutely incredible. Now we're only about 3 to 4 seconds away from my best pace ever. This movement here went pretty well. Missed out on another green there. Pretty unfortunate. I think I'm down 11 leaving this. Yeah, this is a run I did last night. Zapper, offline. Perfect fucking stone knot. Didn't happen to get both of those, but it's no big deal. It's like, it's an exception when you get both of those fan chests. It's like a welcome exception. Yeah, 389. So I'm a -11 coming onto this. We're on a pretty iffy gem count now. I know that I'm going to need to grab some extras in Metalhead, which is not that great. At this point, I just really want to keep it together. I am now 24 seconds ahead of my PB, which is fucking crazy. 4.668, you really want to be about 4.675. I want to be about +7 on this. Perfect fucking out of bounds. Slightly charge past those gems. Great charge and flame charge to recover it. And yeah, now it's just movement time, really. I think I get the free enemy kick here. Yeah, I do. So I end up going in between the enemies on this pace, which is really good for me. So a 29:41 treetops exit, plus the out of bounds, plus really clean movement here with the charge jump, the good flame. Grab that. Yep, good. Yeah, I end up missing that blue, jumping back for it. That's no problem. Double flame charge. Really fucking good lines there. And then heading down the middle to grab this out of the air. All of this culminates because now I'm on my best pace ever. Now this is my best pace. What you're watching now is the single fastest I have ever played this fucking game in my life. This is my best run ever. I can't remember what happened here. Yeah, no gem drop. You gotta be really observant and really in tune with the game to know if that gem dropped or not. Because sometimes that gem can bounce around for quite a long time and take some extra time to drop down and you can miss it completely. And then you've got the choice of doing like, okay, do I skip that 10? Or do I drop down and go back in and grab it? There's so much adaptivity to this run that you need to be prepared for. Really good adaptivity there. That first yellow, as we know, never fucking homes into you, but it popped out in such a way that I knew I could just jump charge straight into it, so I didn't have to do any like rolling to the left nonsense. Which is really lucky for me. I think I break even here. No, I say 0.5 seconds. All right. -24.5 on PB. That is a 32 flat Metalhead exit, which is fucking incredible. So I take this really safe, because why wouldn't I? Not going for the free blue, despite the fact I might have needed it. I got really scared here for a second, because it took me an extra second to fucking open the chest, and I was like, wait a minute, did I miss the key? First try jump over the wall. Good stuff. And then -26 flat, Beastmaker's exit. 32-36, Beastmaker's exit. Fucking insane. Right, let's go back on this. At this point, in this exact moment right here, in this exact time frame, my one thought in my head is, I hope the mushroom doesn't go to the point where I need to charge jump onto. And lo and fucking behold, it does. Look at this piece of shit. Look at this little asshole! If I did the usual movement here, I would have landed on top of the mushroom and slid right off and fell straight out of bounds. That would have been a death sentence if I did my usual movement. So instead, fuck it. I'll play it safe. Just slowly go around. No big deal. No big deal. Just play calm. You're ahead. Why stress? I was terrified of this jump too, but you know what? I fucking made it. And you know what? Of course I get double stair skip. So now at this point, I'm like, oh, fuck. You can really see it in my movement now. I was terrified. How fast do I enter? Yeah. 33.25 Icy Flight Portal Touch, which is 35 seconds ahead of a pace that I had earlier on that day. So at this point, I'm like, I don't know how I felt at this point. This part was a blur for me. I was completely phased out of reality at this point. I was like, oh, fuck. I just had so many thoughts in my head, and that was kind of a good thing. When I'm at this position where I'm like on such a good pace, my body kind of kicks into overdrive. I just go full autopilot, and usually my autopilot in these instances are enough to carry me, which I'm grateful for. So this is where the run starts to die, unfortunately. I knew I was on a really good cycle here, but not quite good enough for bridge strats. Yeah, I still wanted to risk it. I missed the fucking... I missed it. So that is 9 seconds of... No, not 9 seconds. That's about 8 seconds of time lost there. And now we're going into Sharks. This is still one of my best paces ever, even at this point. I knew I needed some extra gems. I was just too nervous for this. I'm gonna let this Shark speak for itself. Missed flame charge. Attempted recovery of it. It was pretty graceful, all things considered, recovering these gems, but... oof. Alright, the cake. At this point, you know me, I'm fucking terrified. I go for double cake, and I completely regret doing so. How did that bonk? How did that bonk? I'm lucky I still made it in, but that shouldn't have bonked. Not the best. Really not the best. I took it especially safe on these platforms, naturally. And even then, still at this point, I'm like, this is still 36.3x pace. Like, this is still massively second place pace. Even with those mistakes. I lost a grand total of about 23 seconds in this home world. I lost 23 seconds in this entire home world. And yet, I was still in such a position to get second place. Pretty much 15 seconds I lost in that level. I massively over-gemmed too. I could have easily gone without some of those gems. I could have gone without that blue that I fucked around for. But whatever, okay, whatever. This is still a 36-39 Dreamweavers exit, which is still great. So at this point, I'm like, fine, the hard part is over. If I get rat now, it's the run. Okay. No, first try didn't work. What about the second try? Ah! God damn it! Ah! Fucking god damn it, dude! Ah! Piece of shit game! Ah! Fucking rat moment, man. God! Why? Look. At this point, of course, naturally, I was disappointed. But I was also still very proud. I was very, very, very proud of this run. I didn't feel that bad. Honest to God, I did not feel that bad. I was very, very, very surprised with myself that I still managed to get a 36 3x with 23 seconds of time loss in Dreamweavers. That's insane. That is absolutely fucking insane. This could have been ahead of Chris's PB, leaving Dreamweavers if I had not beefed everything there. That's a heartbreaker.